Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about regular expressions, the immense power they pack, and why you shouldn't be scared of them. We have a text that I specifically designed to make sure that it's easy for us to experiment, to extract phone numbers, email addresses, website address, numbers, prices, and much more. Okay. To begin with, I will introduce you to two very important recipes. The first ones are meta characters. These are special characters that we use in regular expressions. HT, for example, signifies that you're looking to capture only digits. /D indicates you're not interested into digits at all, but anything else. It goes the same with W and small w, that's for word and non-word. And you have white space and non-white space as well, caps and lowercase. The dot matches everything, all right? So just think of meta characters and character classes as the special kind of recipe that we use to formulate our pattern that goes and matches the kind of string or substring we want to capture from regular expressions. And I'll walk you through some of the examples I prepared for you here. They're very interesting and very practical. Like, for example, in this text, there's a price here, $2.50. There are prices, $2.50 and $1. So if you are to extract this on your own without using regular expressions, you'll have to write a long line of code if you can. But if you just bear the learning curve of regular expressions, then you can do this in a split second. Without further ado, I'll go and show you some of the examples. And once this video recording is completed, I will leave a link to this note and some resources as well for you to go and learn more and train. All right, so the first code that I will show you is if you have this text and you want to, let's say, capture 3-letter words, not like, chopping 3 letters from a word, but 3-letter words that are standing on their own, like for and .com, right? If you were to do this, on your own, writing your own script, it will take you a long time and you probably won't get them right as well. So here we'll use pattern. Regular expression is all about creating pattern. You don't have to, in order to extract 4, you don't have to say 4. You can do that, but in order to make it much more usable and find all 3-letter words, you'll have to tell the system, the language, that you're looking for 3 letters that are standing on their own, okay? So /W, small letter, indicates any kind of character, A to Z, uppercase and lowercase, 0 to 9, and underscore. So /W captures all these, but one of them only. Another /W captures the same and another one, hence 3-letter. So /B and /B indicates boundary, which means these words are standing alone, they have boundaries. So it will not pick up BOU, it will not pick up APP, it will just pick up those words with boundaries, okay? So when we run this, we get a list of words, because we said find all, we get a list of words that match this pattern, okay? So the way we do that is RE, which is our library, we just imported here, find all. There's another function called find. If you just want to find the first occurrence, you can do that. But here we're trying to find all of them. Therefore, we say find all. And then we pass the pattern as a parameter. And then the text from which we're planning to find a matching parameter. Those words that match with our parameter, okay? The next one is much more interesting. What we're trying to do is we have a lot of numbers. We're not interested in all the numbers. We're only interested in numbers that have $signs in front of them, that is signifying that it's a price, right? So we have 2 here. One is 2.50, another one is $1. So how do we define this pattern first of all, right? That's the question. So in this pattern, one thing is key, which is $, okay? But $, is also a special character, a unique character. The language is aware of it, so you can't use it directly. You'll have to escape it when you're implementing $, in your code. So what you should do is escape $. That means I'm looking to capture $. Don't use it as an end of character signifier, but use it as it is, literally, okay? And then we open a capture group. Whenever you put your patterns in parentheses, you're creating a capture group. That means this is the one these are with everything within this parentheses is what you're interested in. This is just a matching pattern. You don't capture. That's why you don't see it in the output as well, right? So next, what we're saying is we're creating character class. Everything you put within square brackets is called character class. Here we're passing range 0 to 9. So by this, what we're saying is we're only interested in digits, okay? So 0 to 9, and plus signifies this digit must be 1 or more. So if there's a 0.05 or a 0.5 only on its own, it won't match because it's looking for the first digit to be 1 or more. So plus says 1 or more of those, right? And then the next one is dot. Because we have decimal points, we're trying to capture a price that's a floating point value. We have to, again, escape the dot because the dot is another unique character that we indicated here. Dot means match everything, okay? So we don't want dot to match everything now. We just want it to be used as a dot. That's why we're, again, using the escape character to escape dot. The next one is, again, this is for you to know, 0 to 9 can be shortened by /d, which means digits only. So if I choose to do so here, I can eliminate 0 to 9 and I say /d, /d, and that would equivalently work, okay? And then I would say find all pattern, text, and this would only capture those numbers that are floating value, but also have the dollar in front of them, right? So now you might say, like, what if I want to capture dollar? Because it's a price, I want to capture dollar. You can do that. You just have to insert dollar in your capture group, and it should capture the dollar as well. As you can see, now dollar is included, okay? Next one is also very interesting and very practical. Here in this text, just as a refresher, we have different types of phone numbers. There's one phone number. The first 3 digits are in parentheses. There's a space 123-4567. This is one way to write. Another way is all the grouped digits are separated by hyphen or dash. That also is a different way of writing numbers, phone numbers. Another one is it starts with a country code +1 dash, and then the same pattern follows. So tell me, how would you write a script, a Python script that captures all these different patterns? In some cases, these patterns even be much more complex and versatile than how we're seeing them here. But it would be a very daunting task to do, by just writing a script that captures this. But this is where regular expressions shine, and I'm going to show you how you can capture all these 3 different phone numbers with such ease and elegance, okay? All right, let's begin. So what we're doing here, right? We are saying we're creating a capture group, first of all, parentheses, open parentheses, close parentheses, capture group. So whatever is inside this capture group, we're reading, okay? Next, we have we've seen one of the phone numbers had a +1, right? But not all of them. So the way to do that is to say plus is optional, right? How do we say something is optional? We put question mark right next to that character. Here, plus next to it is question mark. That means plus is optional. But then why do we have a / in front of it? I explained to you earlier. It's because plus is also one of those special characters that we cannot use without escaping. Here it says 1 or more of the preceding character or group. So it's matching 1 or more. So we don't want 1 or more in this case. We just want plus. So we escape it. Next, we make it optional. Next, some of the phone numbers have a +1, but not all of them. So we say 0 to 1, optional. Okay? So this is a character class again. We're giving a range. And we say 0. I can say 1 optional as well, no problem. All right. Then we say after +1, there may be a dash. That's why we say dash and question mark. That's optional. And then the next one, we're trying to capture this because not all of them have parentheses. Like this 555 doesn't have parentheses. It means this parenthesis is optional, but it must exist. So I say here, parentheses, as I told you earlier, is also a capture group signifier. So every time I use parentheses as a parentheses character and not capture group, I have to escape it, right? So I put escape character, parentheses, right? And then I say escape character, parentheses, optional, because not all of them have parentheses. And then I say /d, which means digits. This is a quantifier. Okay, curly braces 3 indicates that I'm expecting 3 digits, all right, within these parentheses. Again, I skip the closing parentheses and I make it optional. So this part entirely is optional. But do you know what's not optional? The slash D3 is not optional because D3 is not followed by question mark. So there definitely is a 3-digit number here, but it doesn't necessarily mean it should be followed by, it should be enclosed by parentheses at all times. If there is such configuration such that the 3 digits are enclosed by parentheses, that's fine. We have optionally included it, but it's not necessarily true that it's the case 100% of the time. All right, next, in some cases, because we have completed the first part, this part, in some cases we have empty space in between, but in other cases we have a dash. So we have to also capture that in our pattern here. //s signifies space, white space, but it's optional, so we followed it up by question mark, or a dash and a question mark. So this tells our regular expression that here in this area we're expecting a dash or a space, and then followed by a 3-digit number, which is /D3, and then a dash. These are not optional. 3-digit number followed by space or a dash is not optional, and then a 4-digit number /D4, that's what it's saying, is also not optional because question mark is not followed. And then we close our capturing group. The same way we've done it, we then go and find all of them within text and then print out. So let's run it. Perfect. So it captures all 3 phone numbers with different style of writing. Okay, this is so much powerful. This is just 2 lines of code. This could have taken 20, 30, I don't know, maybe 50 lines of Python. When Python is very concise. Imagine if you're using different languages such as like Java or C++. Good luck writing it with those languages, honestly. That said, regular expression is not unique to Python. It's a language of its own, so it's available in so many different programming languages. You can access it JavaScript and C and C++ and Java and whatever. So don't think this is just unique to Python, please. It's not. All right, next one is also very interesting. I've been saying that, but it really is interesting. So what we're trying to achieve here is capture the emails as well, So how we do that, we have, let's go and inspect our code. We have 2 email addresses, right? But then again, we don't have to specify that here. All we have to do is just create a pattern that matches different styles of email addresses, like you have the username, the @symbol, the domain. That's all about it. So let's see how this pattern is constructed. So by now you should know what this means. We're creating a capture group. Within that capture group, we have /w+. So this means a word, which is A to Z, 0 to 9, _, anything that matches that, but it has to be 1 and more. A plus sign indicates 1 and more. Okay, an asterisk or a star indicates 0 or more, but this has to begin with word. That's for sure. And then followed by a dot. I'm skipping dot here, but it's optional because some usernames don't have a dot. Okay, so I say followed by a dot, and then followed by some more words, but that's optional because some emails are like example@gmail.com. That's one, for example, that's one of like an email pattern. So I have to make the dot optional and the word that follows the dot optional. After that, the domain name comes, so that's not optional. I signify that with /w+ again, and followed by .com, .cu.uk, whatever. So in this case, we're only targeting .com, so I don't have to add extra step. So all I have to do is skip the dot and indicate that the word that follows the dot has to be 2 or 3 letters. So this is a quantifier that says it must be 2 or 3. If it's 2, it's fine. If it's 3, it's fine. More than that, it's not fine. Less than that, it's not fine. So this is how we're validating email. If we run this, of course, we get the email addresses here as a list because we're doing find all. Now, these are something that I went ahead and prepared myself ahead of time, so I can just quickly walk you through. But there's one more thing we can do here. We can capture this date, for example, right? How do we do that? So we can say date pattern So our date pattern is two digits separated by a backward slash, again 2 digits backward slash, and 4-digit number. Okay, let's just capture that first. So date pattern, we're saying /d plus, we can do that, no problem. And then backward slash, or to be precise, I can even in fact say d2. Okay, let me just copy paste this, slash d4. All right, so now we have to go, we have the pattern, let's go and match our pattern, see what it brings. So date matches, all to, there you go. We precisely matched the date that's written here. Okay, where is it? Right here. Okay, what if we want to match the date and time? We can go ahead and modify. So after our date, it's followed by a comma, and then followed by a space, right? And then we have 2 digits separated by colon, 2 digits, and space. And here we have a word with 2 characters. Done. Now this one picks up the date time precisely. Yeah. If you choose to match the time only, you can do remove everything before the comma, if everything after all this part, and it can capture the time value only. And that's all for today. I hope you found this tutorial kind of easy to understand, easy to follow, and perhaps inspiring for you to go and learn regular expressions, bring them, make them part of your everyday text manipulation tools. I guarantee you, if you spend, I'll just say like 3 to 4 days studying regular expressions, just the basics only, none of that advanced stuff, just study the basics, practice, and you will appreciate the power of regular expressions so much, especially if you have to deal with lots of text manipulation, extraction, and all of that stuff. It will just save your time. Perhaps next time I'll prepare a more advanced tutorial. I'll probably try and cover regular expressions in pandas. You can see that, the power of regex there as well. That's it. Thank you so much.